Good evening, everybody.
She got to move.
All right, come on, Chess. Over here. Back.
Good evening, everybody.
I guess that's my phone. Saying we're on.
Go get it.
All right.
Good evening. You want me to get it?
I got it.
Hey.
Oh, bad. Oh, okay, there we go. What's up, everybody? This is Jared Marquita.
Hello.
How to make love work. Conversations for tonight.
Hey.
Of course, our subject matter tonight is...
What temptations have you had to face in your relationship?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Quick.
Okay. It's on now. I mean, it ain't. So, yeah. I washed my hair, y'all, and just had my sister braid it back because it's hot. It's real hot. And I'll wear it out tomorrow. But as of right now, it's going to be out. It's going to be braided back right now. I hope you guys had a great day. We did. We're tired. We did some housework. We did some real estate work. We did work with our businesses today. And then we had stuff to do with the children. So it's just been one of those days.
It's been one of those days for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been good, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and the pooch. And she's right here, of course.
As always.
For her
So
sprouts.
Labor Day was yesterday.
Yes, we had a good time. We had a couple of friends over. We had our COVID measures in place. We played Pokino. Have you guys ever heard of Pokino? It's an old game, but well, can you move my chair?
Don't worry about it. I got you.
Her butt. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work because she is literally right here in between us.
Yeah.
So we play Pokino. That is a very, very fun game. You guys should play it with your family and friends. It's very fun. And we played Monopoly. We ate some food and
So you're gonna skip
just
over
chilled
Monopoly?
out. Yeah, I don't play Monopoly with Jared because I can't deal. I can't deal with Jared with Monopoly.
What's up, Tamika?
Hey, how are you, friend? Yeah, no, I can't deal with
So
Jared.
I dominate in the game of Monopoly.
He just don't give people no chance to do nothing. He come out the gate, and I'm like, I refuse to play with you again. That's
Because
it.
you keep getting beat every time you play with me.
No, because you don't play fair.
Yes, you keep
You
getting
don't
beat.
play fair.
How am I not playing
Because you
fair?
don't give people a chance to just buy other properties.
How am I
and
not
stuff.
playing
He just
fair?
Pounce, and I'm like, dang, I wanted to buy that property this time.
Alicia.
But no, he tried to have
Hey,
it.
what's up?
Hey, Alicia. He tried to have it on lock, stock, and barrel, and
Well,
I don't like it.
But that's how you play Monopoly.
But you need to shake
Monopolize.
it up. 'Cause life is not
Not
the same way every time. So let's
Yes, it
switch
is.
it up. No, let's switch it up. What? Yeah, let me get Boardwalk and Park Place and all the railroads and the electric company and the water. He just
that's your
buy it
game.
straight
Bet.
out. He
Bet,
buy
bet.
it straight out.
So I did say that I was thinking, I'll play y'all or Marcellus, whatever, and go another route. But I'm still doing the same thing. I'm just gonna go another route with it.
We'll see. Now I'll play you if you let other people have a chance at getting those.
So basically, you're saying that you'll play me if I let other people play the route that I play.
It's not play
that's
the
what you're
route
saying
that
is
you
that-
play, but split it up. Not
No,
just play
that's what-
your same route that you always do. Let
That
other people
wins.
get a chance.
So
Yeah,
you're
that's
saying-
monopolizing.
But what you're saying is that my way wins. So let somebody
Every
else
time.
play your way. So
Even
somebody else
guests,
win.
y'all. We have guests come over. I'm like, let the guests, teach. Let's teach them. Let them have a little go.
But all I'm gonna do
Jared's not
is
gonna do that. Jared has to win.
Glenn, what up, man?
Hey, Glenn.
But all I'm gonna do is find another way to win.
Well, then find another way.
And
to
then
win.
you're gonna be like, well, now you take
No.
and
Then I give you your credit and say, okay, you.
But wait a
you're
minute,
pretty
I
good
found-
at maneuvering through life. But no,
Oh, here. But I found that way to win. Didn't nobody tell me how to do that? I found that way to win.
You read
You
you read the instructions and
The
you
instructions
monopolize.
does not say I'm gonna monopolize again. The instructions does not say get
You
it.
just, I can't play with him, y'all.
Whatever.
Point blank period. I can't play Monopoly with Jared.
The instructions does not say do this, buy that, do this, buy that.
No, you find a way.
Right, that's what I did.
No, but everybody knows Boardwalk and Park Place. I mean, that's just.
But then why
lock,
y'all
stock,
won't
and
get it?
barrel. Because when someone says, "Oh, I want to buy Boardwalk," too late, I got it.
What up, Dwayne?
It's not no, hey cousin. It's like, no, I don't. They said that they voiced, in your head you already want that, but they voiced that they want to buy that.
Anybody can buy it.
My sister tried to buy it yesterday.
I already had it.
You didn't buy it yet. You hadn't bought it yet.
I did.
You were planning on buying it.
No, it's not. I had already
said. Money up?
You already know your sister phone is slow. I already said I'm gonna get these for and Boardwalk.
I didn't hear you say nothing.
I did.
Okay, we'll talk offline. So for those who are joining us,
no, because this is crazy because I was beating the kids and I'm like, why you won't support me?
Because you was playing beating you too with my children
and beating the kids.
So
and you won't support me.
For those who
she
are
had
just
conspired
joining us,
with all of them to try and beat me.
No, I didn't conspire with
yes, you did. You tried to give him money and all kinds of stuff.
Well, I didn't know you wasn't supposed to do that. Those are my babies.
And then when I was beating other people,
I'm trying to help them out, yeah.
Why?
I'm
Against
like,
me?
buy this property, buy that property. Yes, because then you need to play fair.
I am.
You going in knowing all the instructions and all the ways. You just cheating on me.
That's the game of life. If you don't know how to play the game of life, you're going to get beat in the game of life. So nobody come in and give you, the school you and all the instructions.
That's what we're doing now with our children.
What?
We're trying to school them on how to maneuver through life, through Monopoly. So
that's why I keep beating them. I'm teaching them.
you being them.
Marcellus beat me.
Oh yes, he did. I was so proud of my baby.
But you never said you were proud of me.
Cause you win all the time. Anyway, for those of you who are just joining us,
Miss Dee, what's up, Miss Dee?
Tonight's topic is what temptations have you had to face in your relationship? It can be past, present, future. It doesn't matter. Put some in the comments. Put some temptations that you've had to face in the comments in your relationship. Yeah. Was you watching me?
Who?
You.
No. All right.
So, go ahead. Start off. Go ahead, player.
What am I starting off?
What temptations have you had to face
We jumping right in?
I mean, unless you want to give him something. What you want to talk about? You got anything else?
No. It's good. It's only right I start. Let's go with it, Dwayne. So again, the question, I'm just repeating what Marquita said. Question is, tell us what are some of the temptations you have to
you have had to face.
You have to or have had to face?
You have had to face. Not that you have to face, but just something that's come up. Or something like you can...
Okay, wait. So now you corrected me and I don't understand what
something
am I saying?
that you've had to face.
What's the difference? What I'm saying?
When I hear you say have to, it means it's almost saying it's definite that you're going to have this temptation.
Oh, okay. All right. So what are some temptations you deal with in your relationship? What?
Okay.
You don't like that either?
No, it's not. It's fine.
What are you saying?
You just something. You can't say it the way I said it. See what I'm talking about? You gotta beat me in something. Jeez.
We need to play Monopoly after this.
No, we don't.
So what are some So okay, go ahead. You said.
What are some temptations that you have had to face
but you
in your relationship?
Have had.
Past tense.
But it may be temptations they have to face every day.
But I did just say it could be past, present, or future.
Well, you can't say past, present, or future.
What's some temptations, y'all? What's in general? What's some temptations that people have in their relationships? Let's talk about some general stuff. Let's see. Of course, it's the obvious with the opposite sex or same sex attraction.
Hey, Jean, what's up?
Hey, Jada. The attraction of other persons outside of the relationship. You know, somebody attracted to you or you're attracted to somebody else. Vice versa.
Dwayne says, I've had to face
on numerous occasions.
On numerous occasions is my temptation for beautiful women. Mm-hmm. And the only reason I acknowledge as a temptation is because somewhere down the line I was entertaining these women.
Bam.
Yep.
That's one of the most common, I should say. That's one of the most common temptations that people go through in their relationships. No, chest move out the way so I can
get closer to.
Boy.
So let me address Dwayne.
Yeah.
And it's like you say, it's a common thing that that anybody, not say anybody, but that people have to face because. in dating the ex.
Oh, shucks, Miss Diddy.
What does that mean?
She's saying in dating, a temptation could be the ex.
Oh, the ex. Okay. So, to be attracted to, to be single, right? You are attracted to
whatever you like.
That attention of whatever you like. And so, and that's how you capture somebody.
Right.
Because the whatever you like was giving you that attention. And so, that doesn't necessarily go away.
Or you were seeking that type of attention.
You may have been seeking it, or but that doesn't necessarily go away. So now that you're with somebody, or you are dating or married, you still like the attention of what you are attracted to.
Yeah, I think you still like it, but I think for most, I won't even say that anymore because it's not true. For some people, it's suppressed to where their focus and attention is on their companion. So it's not like the immediate goal to get someone to be attracted to them.
So yeah, Glenn said that was his problem as well, and I think that again, it's not just it's not just men either. It's women too.
It's women. That's why I was like, let me change my answer.
Because the reality is that I am a male, not regardless, but just taking out marriage right now. I'm a male that likes the attention of women that I think are attractive or intriguing enough, whether they are just so super attractive or not, but intriguing enough. Hey, Erica.
Oh, she up. Hey, Erica.
So, would you say that to be the same for you?
Yes, that would be the same. I'm a woman, and I happen to be attracted to males. So, yeah, I would say that.
And so, I like the attention of females that I deem are attractive or are intriguing, and vice versa with you. So that becomes, like you say, a very upfront temptation, especially if you have not matured,
right? Or
it becomes a suppressed temptation, wherein it doesn't really bother you because you're satisfying my need for attention of somebody that I'm attracted to.
Right. So I have that under control.
Right. You're satisfying that. However, if somebody else comes along and starts giving me attention, and I'm intrigued by them or attracted to them, then that's when I have the decision. That's when it's temptation.
That's when the temptation comes in. Yes. Jocelyn asked the question: is being too friendly the same as entertaining? I guess it can be, depending on what you and your companion deem as being too friendly. It's too friendly. What is too friendly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Safe.
Yeah, that's good because that's true. Because too friendly, well, anytime you put too on it, that means you've crossed the line.
Right. Some
because being friendly is okay. Being too friendly is too much, right?
Yeah.
I can't say the same. It's excessive.
Excessive, right? It crossed some boundary line.
When you say I'm too, this is excessive. So
spoken or unspoken, it crossed some boundary line.
Because then you have to ask the question: why are you being so friendly?
You tell me it's too much.
Right. Yeah. Why are you being so friendly?
Right. What is the motive on the inside of you? What's happening?
And it may be because you like that attention. You like the attention that being friendly gives you. Go ahead.
If I'm holding a conversation, I'm looking at it as being too friendly, but I think I'm just being nice without being rude. Okay. Hey, Vic.
What up, Victoria?
So you
read that again and loud.
So you're saying if you're holding a conversation, do you look? It may look as if you're being too friendly, but you're thinking I'm just being nice without being rude to them.
So if you're giving this situation, that means that because what you're saying is not a problem to you. So if you're giving it, it means it has been a problem to somebody outside of you. Or rather, whatever. So, which means that happens on numerous occasions. From a man perspective, a male, you give a female's perspective.
It's just like that. Lord, here you go. It's just like that comment that you said last week. Like you don't want your girl laughing a little too hard.
Right.
I had to do.
Like you laugh a little too hard. So, from a male's perspective, we know men. Right?
And we know women.
And so if she is being, very nice, not just nice, but just always, whatever, friendly, then I do this because of what the male may think.
Right, they could perceive that.
Right. So he may decide to pounce on that. What up, Avis?
Hey, girl.
He may decide to pounce on that. Her friendliness lends way to her openness. So
right.
If
and
she's
it's fine, yeah.
So what's the female's perspective of that?
From a female's perspective, like if we're with our companion and our companion is being too friendly, it could be.
No, I mean as her.
What?
Being friendly.
Oh, okay. I was ready to go in.
You trying to get on us?
Okay. As the female being too friendly, it could be touchy. It could be touchy feely or just always, or not say I won't say always, but too often engaging this person or the opposite sex or same sex or whatever, engaging others, seeking their attention, to engage them some kind of way, whether it's just, I'm just passing by, whether it's a text, whether it's a phone call, whether it's a comment, a love, or, on social media, that says, I'm available, or I'm intrigued by you, or I welcome your flirtation, or
so
whatever.
It can be perceived as such. All right. So what we got? Ava says, this is me. I'm being friendly, but others are
thinking something different. She's saying this is her. Like, this is just the way she is, but someone is. So
what have you done about that? Or what do you do about that?
What do you do about that if people are perceiving you just being you as, oh, Lord, she kind of putting it on strong, or they say maybe say you're being too friendly, or as if you're...
Okay, so here's the question. Somebody paint the picture to me, especially if you're friendly, maybe Avis. Describe the difference between you're being friendly and you're flirting.
I was just gonna say it's the boundary line of what someone would think is flirting.
Yeah. So what is? So I want to know the difference between you're friendly and you're flirting.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
Go ahead. So Glenn says, "See, that's my problem. I'm just too friendly. I just want to make everyone laugh, and the attention motivates me to keep going." Absolutely.
Okay.
Many women don't want you making other women laugh too hard.
Let it out, Glenn.
So is that the case? So
yeah. Because...
So wait. How last week you getting on me? And all y'all, Tamika, Latoya, Donisha. I'm just naming names.
You going too wild.
Was saying, if we had an issue, I don't want you laughing, but you said the same thing. That hey, calm them jokes down,
and
because you got her laughing or she laughing.
Usually, if you get her laughing, then here come the child. You so God.
But what if it's not the touch? What if it's just she just laughing, and
with
then maybe
females,
I walk out the door. He coming back. She ain't touching me at all. That's what I'm saying, because she's enjoying the laugh.
Yeah, right.
So is that a problem?
It can be a problem with a female. Some females can feel insecure. Some females can feel threatened. Some females can feel.
So would Glenn get an issue with somebody he's dating if he's always making the women laugh?
It depends on the person that he's with. If that person says, okay, like dial it back some because of the responses that you get from others, they may ask them to dial it back a little bit. Don't try to be the center of attention, or don't try to do too much.
So there is
asking them not to be themselves.
Yes, because there now it's criticizing them in that you're trying to be the center of attention, or you're doing too much, and perhaps like you said, you're just being yourself. But now because you have a problem with that, I'm being too much. You've got a problem. Your insecurity is coming out. I'm trying to be the center of attention. In all actuality, this is how you met me. That's how I got you. I wasn't being the center of attention. I was just being me. So now that it's bothering you, I'm doing something wrong.
Oh, Lord. Seriously, that's when a lot of...
and you can say, dial it back. All right.
That's when that's when the give and take comes in. And it's a dance in a relationship. Okay, if I give a little bit, or if I dial it back a little bit, I need you to do something with me because we got to stay balanced. So that's when that dance come in. Jesus.
All right, go ahead and read what
Ava
Ava
says, when friendly, I'm attentive to the combo and interact. I think I'm way more nervous when I'm flirting. I don't say much. Oh.
Well, if you don't say much, they're not gonna pick up that you're flirting. But that may be the misperception. If you're actually flirting, if you don't really say much, they're not gonna pick up necessarily that you're flirting. But on the opposite side, you're being friendly and you're saying a whole lot, they're gonna perceive that you're actually flirting.
And if you're doing a whole lot too, like I said, like with a lot of girls, we laugh, we touch, we hit. You know, they call them love taps.
But you always go to the touch, but maybe that don't always happen.
For a lot of people, heck yeah, that's an issue. Girl, touch her, and then it's put your hands on them. Well, put your hands on them, then.
Right.
Then it becomes an issue. Like, wait a minute, now she doing too much,
but
or he doing too much.
Right.
Because if a dude laugh and go like this and hit my leg, then what's gonna happen?
But I get it.
Exactly.
But I think most men and women know not to start doing that because that's an obvious sign.
Well, I won't say they know.
They know.
It depends because some part of me, I'm just. That's my dog. That's how we laugh. We just joke and play. Okay, we cool like that. Ain't nothing going on here.
Right.
That could just be the way they interact.
But
the other person outside of the two friends or whoever, they're like, I'm not perceiving it. You doing too much touching, or that it may be an issue.
What Glenn say?
He said, yes, I always get the issue, and I don't mean no harm. That's just my personality. Now, and I can speak for that. Glenn is just Glenn make everybody laugh.
But wait a minute. So Glenn, but have you ever intentionally, was friendly and making a particular girl laugh because you wanted to get her?
Now I think that's when you can tell that there's a difference there, because I am actually attracted to you, and my attention is on you. I'm trying to pull you.
Yeah, but I'm asking him that question on purpose. Tamika says the pet names. You got the pet names. So I call somebody pet name that don't.
Oh, that's Boo Boo. That's Boo Boo. Yeah.
So
that's Bay.
So I just be having okay. Got it. Because the reason I said is because if you did, use it as a bait to attract this certain woman. Mm-hmm. And she took the bait, mm-hmm. and then she see that happening again, although you may not be using it as bait, but just that personality, then she's immediately going to be like, wait a minute, you did that mm-hmm. for me. And I see how she's responding to you the same way I responded to you. Mm-hmm. And then, so thus you're doing it again.
Right, and that's it's the issues and the dance comes in, the give and take.
Right.
Jocelyn says, I like sports, so sometimes I'm involved in sports conversations, but I get side looks. Like, you can't talk about sports with another guy because you're married. Excuse me, I'm just being myself. Someone can speak to me and I speak back, but I'm not flirting though. I'm friendly. I mean, I don't meet no strangers. Now she is. Okay.
Yes.
She's just a sweet.
But I don't want you to talk about everybody personally.
Okay, all right.
Because just the general. But yes, Jocelyn is. But the general concept of what she's talking about. So go about the sports.
Okay, I can deal with that. I mean, I can piggyback on that. I like sports too, and if I'm around and sports starts coming up, or we're talking about different teams or something that just happened in the game, I may join in on the conversation just because I like sports, and I'm just a female that likes sports. But I'm not, like you said, we're not flirting. We're not trying to get all the attention.
But it's perception and it's knowing.
Perception.
Is knowing what that can. You're not doing anything wrong, but it's knowing what that can attract from a guy's mind, mm-hmm. especially immature guys, and not just immature guys, but just guys. Period. Some aren't very immature, mm-hmm. but so in that, because a guy and a female, mm-hmm. Even when you're dating or the speed dating type thing, mm-hmm. you're trying to figure out how are we compatible.
Right.
What do we have in common and things of that nature.
Right.
So. If a guy can connect with you through football, it's like, oh man, that's my connection. Mm-hmm. So now I'm connected. And I think for a person that you're dating or married to, it's like, I don't want you to have a special connection with nobody else.
I mean, that's true.
That I don't have with you. Or share the same connection with somebody else that I do have with you.
That's true. Some people feel that
right
way.
Or wrong, but
I was gonna say right or wrong. Some people feel that way, but it's like you can't really X out who that person was before they met you. This is who they were. This is who they were, and this is who you are. This is who they was, and this is who you are. So you got to kind of build an understanding. Now, this is when in my opinion, this is when the spirituality part comes in. You got to pray and ask God for discernment. Because you know within yourself what's going on the inside of you when you are being friendly with someone or flirting with someone. And then most times, women, we can pick up when someone is flirting with us or they're feeling us. And is that the same for guys?
That we can feel when somebody's flirting with us?
Yeah, or feeling y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Most
or either
times.
we perceive that to be the case. Sometimes it don't be the case, but yes.
Right. But then that's when, like I said, that discernment comes in and you have to kind of figure out, okay, I don't want, you check yourself, because I don't want nobody to think I'm trying to, go after them, or I don't want anybody to think I want their man, or I want their woman.
See, a lot of the time it's simply, like I think Ava said it, is being attentive to a person. That's the root of it.
That's what
it's not
that's
just
the drawing.
Right. It's not just he gave me a pickup line or whatever the case may be, or she touched me. It's the attention. It's being attentive to somebody, because most people are not attentive to people. That we could be in a whole conversation. It could be 8, 9, 10 of us in here. Everybody's kind of a mix and mingle as far as couples and all that. And you sit down with somebody else's girl, and just because y'all just happen to be in the same setting, and you actually start talking, and you're attentive to that conversation, and perhaps that person does not get that type of undivided attention from whoever they're with. Now it's like, I'm attracted to you now. Simply because you met a need, or not a need, you met a desire.
You tapped into the,
Yeah, and now because you were attentive to me, whatever. And that happens, and I don't want to monopolize the conversation, but that happens, that can happen with people that are in leadership, like with me as a facilitator or as a pastor. Because when I'm talking to you, or as a counselor, I'm giving you my undivided attention. Because I'm actually listening to what you're saying.
Right.
And if that's an unmet desire that you have, and you're getting it, and then your emotions attached to that in the wrong way.
Right. I was gonna say they can't do that. That's why it's even like entertainers. They have to be careful when they're meeting people. It was another one up top, I think, too.
All right, go ahead.
They have to be careful when they're meeting people, because somebody can read the wrong message, and next thing you know, you on the news, you on TMZ, you on CNN, because you said something that was perceived to be inappropriate, or oh, he won't meet y'all. I'm gonna meet him at the hotel.
And it's because the root of that is that attentiveness.
Right, you're being polite and attentive.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Ebony says, I'm literally breaking my social media fast to be on here right now. Ooh, girl.
What's up, Ebony?
But I
tell
can't
God.
find y'all on YouTube. Don't tell God, but I repeat later. She'll repent later.
All right. What's up?
Oh, God. Okay, let's see. Erica. Honestly, I feel you need to know who you are and who you are with, and be secure within yourself as well. The other person should not feel as if they have to be somebody else, or just not fully be themselves out of respect for you, so that they don't offend or start up some mess with you. I think it's ridiculous. Your thoughts and feelings should be safe with the other person being themselves, and knowing that at the end of the day, they are coming home to you, or that they are fully committed to you and your relationship. Y'all need to have had conversations that ended with the understanding that we know we are for each other and each other only. And we can trust that we will start and end each day as so. It shouldn't matter what outsiders say or think. I know him and he knows me, and our bond is such that no one else can damage it, projecting their insecurities onto us. But that's only in an ideal world.
There we go. I'm glad you said that. It's very good, Erica. You ended it right, because I see people harden it, and that's all cool. But that's ideal.
Yeah, because you said a lot of should be, and
that's
they
not.
should.
That's right. That because what if you being yourself, not right or wrong, but what if you being yourself drums up insecurities in me? You're not making me insecure, but just you being yourself triggers insecurities in me. So although you just need to trust it, that blah blah. We've had these conversations already. I'm just coming home to you. We had a conversation, and when this happens or when you do that, it triggers insecurities in me. So that ideal goes out the window. Now you have to actually deal with that, and it's not that something is wrong. It's not that something, the relationship is bad or whatever. It's just that because there may be some things in the person that's insecure that they do that has something to do with you questioning whether they're committed to you or not, but it may cause triggers in you that are from another angle.
And you have to really, like you said earlier, know yourself. And that may take some therapy. That may take some really, really deep searching to figure out your likes, your dislikes, your triggers, and what makes you uncomfortable. You may really have to do some searching, which is why it's very good that you know these things about yourself before you bring someone else into your life, because you need to know it's not they make me feel this and you make me feel that. It's what triggers
and
you
I can't
on the
be
inside.
myself.
Right.
It's not that.
What triggers you on the inside to where if someone does something, if your companion smiles too hard or waves too hard, what is it on the inside of you that's happening? What's happening on the inside of you that makes you pissed off at that person because of their actions? When you don't have control over them, you don't have control over yourself. So you got to learn yourself and figure out what is this about. Because it may not be about, he may or she may not have smiled too hard. They're just being, like they said, their regular self. Hey, how you doing? You had a good day? Okay, that's good. Okay, y'all was looking at each other for 2 seconds too long. What was up? And then now I'm all in a rage because you being yourself. I need to figure out what's going on the inside of me.
Right, but here's the thing. Here's the other misnomer that's ideal. That you have to know yourself before you get into this relationship. That is only ideal because even if you know yourself before you get into a relationship, you don't know yourself with that person. Yes, true. Because you may know, just like you may know the color white, right? But if you, but the color white say, well, I know I'm white. But did you know, white, that if I put you with red, you're no longer white, you're pink now. So you knew everything you knew about yourself was white. But now when I put you with red, you are no longer white, you're now pink. Okay. So I know me. So you got to know yourself and all that. But I don't know me when it's mixed with your chemistry. Now, when I am now a different person. You don't have to defend it.
No, I'm gonna say something.
I am now.
When I said bring it into, I meant like in a marriage, and you being like, this is who you want to do life with. So
you want to take your hands off me?
Okay.
What
now you can finish.
What'd you say?
When I was saying before you bring somebody into your life, I meant like marriage or
that's what I'm
doing
saying.
Life with.
Period.
But if you dating or stuff, you have relationships, so you learn how you react. You learn your triggers and stuff because of.
But that's what I'm saying. Dating may help, but dating's not gonna help, but for so far because I'm only because I'm not locked into a committed relationship with you.
I can wear you like clothes, okay?
Huh?
It's like you wear them like loose clothes. I can be
right.
with you.
Because all you say, well, I've been with this person 10 years. You don't know this if you're not married. But it don't matter how long you've been with the person. When you marry them, everything changes.
It really does.
So you still don't know who you are or even who they are. When you all have a chemistry, when you all mix your chemistries together in another level of being together, which is marriage.
Yeah, because after some time, you both are going to start changing or just growing and adjusting.
So the whole, you got to be whole and all of that before when you sing, you got to be whole. Spend this time be whole. You will be you. But as soon as you get with another person, then you start a new journey.
Right.
Of being you with them.
This person now. Mm-hmm.
And you didn't know. I'm single, I'm whole, and whatever. You didn't know that you had some triggers in you. Mm-hmm. Hey, Miss Arfine. Hi. You didn't know that you had some triggers in you like that until you got married. And maybe you didn't even know that you would be tempted, which is our topic of conversation, right? That you didn't know you had temptations until you
got locked down.
Got married. All right, Miss Arfine says, hello, Pastor J and Lady M, family and friends, good info. My husband smiled all the time. So when he smiled while talking to a female, I would get jealous. One day while sitting at the table doing bills, he had the same smile, and I just sat and really noticed it was how he was.
That's true.
Hold it though, good. But you talking about Miss Arfine. How long were you married? That took some time.
Yeah.
This is Miss Arfine is a veteran in this, right?
Yeah.
But like you say, although Miss Arfine writes so eloquently, but that is the process of time because it happened, and maybe it happened on a few occasions, and then the jealousy happened, or whatever that triggered. You know what I mean? And so it's you don't know those triggers in yourself until you've been with the person and have dealt with them. So the whole, y'all should have had a conversation, according to Erica, that y'all should have had a conversation to determine if we committed to one another, we should have had an issue. A conversation alone is not going to get it.
Right. It helped because you bring an awareness to it. You put it out in the open and saying, this is what's going to happen, or this is what happens to me when this happens, or vice versa. That it'll help. But it's not until you actually in the situations and you're faced with them, you have to sit and really choose and decide, how am I going to respond? How am I going to react to this?
And even when you're dating, you don't really have the commitment of the friction, right? Because marriage is being committed to almost daily friction of who you are. Yeah,
because you're denying yourself.
Right.
You're denying the selfishness.
Right.
And selfishness is not always bad. But you're denying, the selfishness, the things, just being considerate of yourself to be considerate of someone else.
Right,
and that's compromise.
And people talk bad about that. I want to get married because I got to be telling you where I'm going. Somebody got to be checking on what I'm doing and blah this blah.
That's a mindset.
Yeah, but that's really talking very negative towards a committed life with a person. All right, so you don't
have to do that. I mean, it's just
consideration and all that.
It's just consideration.
So, what are some other temptations? Thank you, Dwayne. Dwayne started this.
Okay.
What are some other temptations that you deal with in your relationship?
I have one pop up. Someone said is along the lines of selfishness, having to want to spend their life with their spouse, actually in the house, because they grew up as an only child. So
what's the temptation?
Staying committed and staying in the marriage, or just being by myself.
So the temptation is wanting to leave.
Right, pretty much wanting to leave, because they grew up, like I said, with as an only child, so they had their own space. They didn't have to, quote unquote, check in, or when they came home, they didn't have to come home to anybody being, saying, okay, I got to fix you some food. I got to make sure you ate too. Got to make sure, all this, everything is good for you as well as for me. They only had to think about themselves. So
that could be a definite, legitimate temptation. It makes me question them. What made you get married? Because, what made you get married? If, what made you get married? Because what I'm thinking in my mind, if that becomes a thing where you just want to leave, is because for whatever reason, your desire was being served, and maybe your desire has changed, or being with a person causes you to really look at yourself and make the decision to grow, and now being with that person is now causing you to have to grow, and you don't want to do that. And so you're no longer serving my desire. So it's really not I want to be by myself. It's that I don't want to grow.
Why would you want to share your life with someone if you prefer to be alone? That's pretty much what
I just said,
what Jared was just saying. Something changed on the inside of you, and
nothing changed,
or something shifted to where you're like, I like that for a time.
No, nothing changed. It's just that what was happening is that you are now being forced to grow. You're being forced to address your selfishness. You're being forced to consider others, and you don't want to do that. It's not that you want to be alone.
Right. You don't. That's the key.
That's what you say.
Right.
Because that's the escape.
I was gonna say that's the key
or excuse
to where you like. I don't want to be by myself, but I don't want to be.
No, because some people will even say that. I'm good by myself. I'll date or whatever like that.
True.
But I don't want to be with nobody. What they're saying is that I am mostly in love with me. And I don't want to. And I'm not mature enough to want to love back.
Well, I guess I'm just saying like some people they want to date. They want companionship, but they want it when they want it on their terms. They can have it today and be good for the rest of the week.
So to me, what that means that what they want, you said they want to date. What they want is to serve them.
That's the root of it.
Yeah, I want to serve me, and I will use somebody to do that and then once my itch is scratched of serving me and whatever my desires are, there's no need, but my desire, then I don't want to be bothered no more.
I know people like this. They usually sabotage the relationship often.
Right.
Yeah. That's what happens. Mm-hmm.
And again, I repeat deliberately. I think what's happening is that they are now being made to not be as self-absorbed, not be as selfish, and not be as immature, and not be so self-centered, and actually, and actually grow. Right. I don't want to do that. I just want to get my desires met, and I need to carve out and sculpt out this special person, not special, but this specific person that would do that until I don't want that anymore.
Here comes the friends with benefits or the cut buddies, and
right.
Hit it, quit it, and dip.
Yeah, and so with that cut buddy or friends with benefit, it's two people who are only serving their selfish needs. And that always ends. Well, not always. That can end up volatile because one person is a little more selfish than the other.
Somebody will call real feelings. Like, hold up. The same. It's not what it is.
Right. All right. So.
Why keep turning to me?
It's okay. I don't know. But okay. So what are some other temptations in dating? Of course, you have some who are tempted to cheat.
Like Miss Didi said, go back to the ex. So past relationships, past lovers, past
they have the temptation to cheat. Some have the temptation to control, or some have the temptation. What else? And cheating can be so many different things.
Yeah, that's what I was going to expound on. Like it doesn't have to be just with somebody else. I mean, if pretty much like whatever you're doing, that you don't feel comfortable sharing with your companion is a form of withholding. It's a form of not being honest and cheating. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is a desire and temptation the same? No. Because I can have a desire and I only want it satisfied
by one person. Versus.
Well, so in relation, if I'm in a relationship, my desire, I must have the same desires perhaps that I'd have if I wasn't in a relationship, and I'm not tempted because I have an outlet that's kosher to satisfy that desire in a committed situation. The temptation is when I have a desire and I'm not using my committed outlet. I want that desire satisfied somewhere else. Then it's a temptation.
That's the temptation.
So I have desires all the time. Marquita has desires all the time. we have chosen each other to
fulfill those desires with.
Yeah. But not to be my complete desire fulfiller.
Right. That's I was gonna say, be clear about that, because I can't be his everything, and he can't be my everything all the time, 24/7. It's just not possible.
So it's when those desires that I don't satisfy in Marquita can become temptations. It's vice versa. The desires that I have that Marquita may not satisfy can become a temptation. Yeah.
Just be careful not to let it.
Right. No, be careful not to act on it.
Well, yeah.
Because the temptation can come involuntarily if you open yourself up.
I was gonna say, that's why I said be careful not to let it. You don't play with fire.
Right. Y'all saw that whole nod. Go ahead, give me that nod again.
Like, you don't play with fire. You just don't.
Yeah, because you can cause it to become a temptation.
Because
you can open up the portal.
It's just like you what is it? Open up, you have a new palate for something because you expose yourself to it. You become open to it, and it's like, I want that. I want to taste that. I want that. Gene James says, if you're not getting the love from your partner, it might make you cheat.
Not getting the love from your partner doesn't make you cheat.
It doesn't make you cheat.
And getting the love from your partner is not why you cheated. Not getting the love from your partner is not why you cheated.
Right. That's a choice.
You cheated because you just wanted to cheat. Now you may use that as an excuse to tell yourself, well, I'm not getting that from you, so I need to get it from someone else.
This is why I'm gonna do this. You can use that and say that was your motivation, but your motivation is just that was your choice, because it could just be a simple conversation. I didn't know you wanted all this from me. I mean, some people are oblivious to it. You have to sit and actually have these conversations and make choices to be that for one another. Now, if it gets to the point where, somebody just, like you said, is being more selfish than the other, and they don't want to do that, then you need to reevaluate your relationship.
Yeah. In essence, a third-degree burn because you didn't play with fire.
You don't play with fire.
Like Miss Arfine says, so true, and that is being an individual. You don't have to play with the fire. You just stand near it.
A little too long.
And get burned.
And then you start smelling like, wait a minute, you smell singed. Your hair smells a little funny. You've been too close to fire. The hell is going on around here?
So temptations are you will have temptations in your relationship. Forget your relationship. You will have temptations, period. And you just happen to be in a relationship, but you will have temptations. And I think a good way to really fight through those, but to champion through those temptations is to first be honest with yourself, to acknowledge them. Now, you have to determine what type of relationship you're in,
right?
If it is safe to acknowledge those temptations with your partner.
Yeah, because they may not be ready to handle it, and they will pop off. Pop goes Louisa, because Louisa say pop. Yeah.
So, but I think you should definitely acknowledge, I am tempted, or this is a temptation for me. Just like, how healthy it is for you to acknowledge as far as weight and living well and healthy. Acknowledge that cookies are a temptation. You have to acknowledge it. Because if you don't acknowledge it and you keep trying to be, that cookies aren't a temptation, but you really know it is.
They are.
You know what I mean? And the evidence is the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
It's going to keep getting you, because anything you keep in the dark has power over you.
Yes. And that's all about being vulnerable. I mean, be willing to be vulnerable and put it out there in the open. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with your companion. And conversations need to be had. And then if you need to go as far as counseling or therapy, do that if you value your relationship. Because
you also have to.
Hey, Jason.
What up, Jason? You also have to understand this. Hold on, let me read what he said. No, he said because I might forget it. You have to understand is that if you, like I say, being vulnerable, that, hey, I was tempted in this situation. That, like you said earlier, that doesn't mean that your partner is mature enough to handle that, because it may create insecurities in them or emotions in them that they are not willing to handle.
Or not ready to handle.
And so you have to, that doesn't mean you not be honest with yourself, but also it begs the question, is your relationship a safe place to fail? A safe place for you to be flawed in? I'm going to say that again. And that should be our next week's topic.
Yeah.
Is your relationship a safe place to fail? Is it a safe environment to you to fail? I mean, royally fail. Is it a safe environment for you to have flaws? If it is not a safe environment for you to fail and be human and have flaws, then if you are vulnerable about you being tempted about something,
get to a safe place. Before you open that Pandora box.
About to break loose for 8 years. All right, what did Jason say?
Oh, God.
The temptation to hide your vulnerabilities, right? Which lead you to lie and cover up simple stuff, which shouldn't even be an issue. That's very good. That's exactly what we're talking about. I'm reading it again. I'm sorry. Jason said the temptation to hide your vulnerabilities, which lead you to lie and cover up simple stuff, which shouldn't even be an issue. And the temptation to is the cover it up is maybe because this is not a safe place to fail, because you know that insecurity in that person is going to be triggered, and it's me that had the issue, but now instead of you actually saying, "Oh, dang, I'm how can I help you with that?" It's you take it personal. You done betrayed me. You did this to me. It's like these cookies ain't got shit to do with you. I'm actually tempted about cookies, so I betrayed you because
you knew them cookies weren't supposed to be in here. You done brought them to the house,
right? And I done betrayed the other person. So and that means at that point of your relationship is not a safe place to fail. That don't mean you're not going to fail, but it means it's really not a safe place to fail. And what do you do? So that's the topic for next week.
Yeah, we're talking
what
about
do you do when it's not a safe place to fail?
Glenn, nowadays men can't have no flaws. They want us perfect.
Exactly.
I mean, that's gonna go both ways.
So Tamika say she disagreed. Why you disagree? So you disagree too?
Yes, I say.
I agree. I agree.
I say.
Raise your hand if you agree.
I'm sorry, I gave you a little tap.
Hey, see. You keep touching me. Why do you keep touching me every time you talk to me?
You mine, boy. Shut up. So anyway, I think it can go both ways.
I'm causing you to just touch me. I'm just.
Jai. He gonna raise his hand.
Exactly.
It can go both ways, because with guys, I mean, a female can feel like you guys are requiring them to have the IG bodies and to be the reality TV star. So if that's what you're requiring from me, they can say, well, I'm requiring you to, be faithful, make sure your bankroll is fat, and make sure I don't have no issues with you.
I disagree. Y'all get away with everything. So there's a whole, because I agree totally with Glenn. So all the ladies disagree. All the men.
We feel like if we're with you now, you're our quote unquote knight in shining armor. You are the Prince Charming. You got me, or you gonna be you
the dog.
Yeah. Now I gotta go watch Soul Man. You the dog. Okay.
Come on, get back to your point.
So that's
be perfect. Get back to your point.
You done threw me out. So what? Chad,
y'all disagree. Tamika said, I completely disagree. I want you to have flaws.
Okay.
Let's work through what you have going on.
Okay.
That
I
makes
think
you ask some questions.
It's like I said, I think it's both ways, because the woman may want the man, like I said, you are a knight in shining armor, and I'm not expecting for you. If I give you my heart, I don't expect for you to be the one to hurt me. That's unrealistic expectation, but that's the truth. We don't expect for the one that we open ourselves up to hurt us or to betray us. So that's where the you supposed to be perfect comes in.
But it's like from a male's perspective, it's like if he does anything or the smallest thing, it's like
no, it may not be.
Wait, just listen.
Smallest now.
If he does something, it's like, and then it's like, he has messed up like forever, and then from a man, and it's really insecure, not insecure, but it's really childish. Mm-hmm. But it's like you've been done far worse than this, and I didn't. You've been done far worse than this. What?
You've been done far worse than this. That sounds country. You sound like you a geezer.
You have been treated far worse than this.
Okay, that's what you're saying.
Right? Mm. And all I did was got Colgate instead of Sparkle.
That's a violation.
And now all of a sudden, mm-hmm. You doing, it's almost like it's hard for a guy to have, his flaws. And Glenn and right.
Like, wait a minute. I told you.
Glenn says
Sparkle is what he brought into my relationship the last time. You don't bring Sparkle in this house. You bring Colgate.
And it's like, don't look at me through the eyes of Mr. Sparkle. Like, give me room.
You sure acting like a breaking Sparkle in here.
Say his name again. But it's like, give me a clean slate.
Right. That's
to color my my wall with some flaws too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. That's what Tamika's saying. Right.
All right.
And but that can go both ways though. But it's just.
Jason said, but you understood what he said though.
Jason.
All right, Johnson says, for example, it's okay for men to have options, but once a woman has options, she's considered a hoe, while guys are praised for it.
That's the whole societal norms. But I mean, it's dudes out here thotting too.
But like she said, I mean, they are praised for it.
Right. I had that conversation today.
According to
society.
Jocelyn.
It's like y'all good. Oh, you had that B, you had this one. I had her before, but with a female, you found out she had how many? She dirty. You are tainted goods, baby.
You better believe it. Throw her away.
That's nasty.
Or
you dirty.
Go on and put your name on her list too, and then throw her away.
That's how it is. Nasty dogs.
All right, it's 9:28. We gotta shut it down.
Okay, because this will keep going on.
So obviously next week, well, I think this week has been incredible. Mm-hmm. Y'all are dope.
Yes, thank y'all so much for joining us. It is fun, but it's very enlightening, and I'm glad we could laugh about a lot of this stuff.
And it's not just from us, because y'all are experienced and y'all are helping us as well. Mm-hmm. So totally appreciate y'all. Y'all don't even have to rock with us as y'all do. So we really appreciate it. So next week we are obviously talking about
is your relationship a safe space to fail?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one, because I mean, we can talk about.
Thanks, Dwayne.
We'll talk about our first incident about failing in a safe space, and then you broke it up, and they all have books.
Okay.
So, yeah. We'll share one of our own transparent moments with y'all. So y'all better be ready.
I gotta pray.
Or you're gonna get burnt.
All right, so hey, share this. Y'all hit the share button on this. Like it, share it. If you
tag some people, y'all, so they can join the next one.
Yeah, if you think somebody would really
learn something or just benefit
from this, then go ahead on and share it.
Give us a good debate.
Yeah, give us a good debate. Yeah, for sure. Also, make sure y'all go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, How to Make Love Work. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna sign off.
So, okay, and I did see Miss Ebony. She said she didn't see us on YouTube. Once this live is done, then we're going to upload it to YouTube. So you can watch it on YouTube. So you won't be breaking your fast.
And then we got to get to a certain amount of subscribers.
Yes, on YouTube. We can go live on YouTube.
Y'all see what she keep doing? Every time I start talking, I can't say 2 words. And,
tell him, Jared. Tell him.
I don't know what I was saying.
You was talking about YouTube subscribers.
I've been burnt. I don't know what I was saying. We have to get to a certain...
I do not abuse.
You're doing it again.
Oh my God. I do not abuse him, y'all. I had to say that.
We have to get to a certain number of subscribers before we can go live, like we're going live now on YouTube with the devices that we use.
Yes.
All right, let's kiss and sign off. Mwah.
So yeah, please y'all get some more subscribers so we can go live on YouTube.
We love y'all. Bye. Good night.
Good night.